Ubisoft has managed to set themselves on fire once again, and at this point, it's honestly impressive how consistently they do it. Assassin's Creed Shadows has been one giant controversy machine, and just when you thought that the drama might start dying down, boom, the entire art book leaks online, and with it comes even more proof that Ubisoft is fully committed to rewriting history to fit their modern agenda. Now, unfortunately, I can't show you the leaked images because Ubisoft would probably drop a takedown notice on my channel faster than they delete negative comments on Twitter, but trust me when I say that the book is already setting the internet on fire. And we're going to break it down right now. So here's what happened. The entire book was leaked online to a forum, and within minutes, Ubisoft went into DEF CON 1, scrambling to wipe it off the internet. But as we all know, once something is on the internet, it's there forever. Now, normally you'd think a leak like this would just contain cool concept art, maybe some behind-the-scenes sketches, right? But no. The real reason Ubisoft is freaking out is because the leak exposes even more of the insane changes they've made to historical accuracy in the game. And by changes, I mean complete fabrications that make absolutely no sense. One of the biggest reveals from this art book is the character Ibuki, who is described as a female samurai in Ronin. Now, female samurai did exist, but their roles were primarily defensive and protective. They weren't roaming the lands like wandering warriors, taking on enemies in one-on-one duels. But what's hilarious is that in the entire description of Ibuki, Ubisoft never once refers to her as a she or her. Now, I know some people might think, well, maybe that's just how the book was written, except that's not how every other character is written, because the book clearly genders every character when they describe them. The only character being referred to as they/them is Ibuki, which means Ubisoft has decided to insert a non-binary samurai into 16th century Japan. Because, you know, historical accuracy be damned, what really matters is modern identity politics in an open-world samurai game. And let's be clear, there is no historical basis for this. The idea of a third gender in feudal Japan is being stretched beyond belief, and Ubisoft is flat out inventing a character for the sake of diversity points. Then the next leak we've got is Yaya, a female sumo wrestler, which is something that literally did not exist in the 1500s. Sumo wrestling was strictly a male-only profession, and female participation wasn't a thing until modern times. But in Ubisoft's version of history, not only do we have a female sumo wrestler, but she's also a warrior monk. Now, I know what you're thinking, how does that work? Well, it doesn't. Sumo wrestlers need a massive calorie intake to maintain their weight, around 20,000 calories per day, which is impossible under the strict vegetarian diet that a Buddhist warrior monk followed. So Ubisoft somehow wants us to believe that this female sumo wrestler is also a Buddhist monk who follows a vegetarian diet while also consuming 20,000 calories worth of tofu. Yeah, it's completely ridiculous. The leaked art book also describes a Portuguese Templar named Nuno Caro, who has been establishing the Templar network in Japan for 20 years and was involved in some kind of slave trade because, of course, they just had to shoehorn that in. Yasuke, the actual historical black samurai in the game, has a personal vendetta against him. And look, I get it. Yasuke was brought to Japan by Portuguese traders, but what Ubisoft is doing is turning this into a race war, where Yasuke is the righteous avenger taking down the evil white slavers that brought him to Japan. And if that wasn't bad enough, Ubisoft is also rewriting one of the most significant events in Japanese history, the seppuku of Oda Nobunaga. In real history, when Nobunaga was betrayed and forced to commit seppuku, his second, the person who delivered the killing blow, was Mori Ranmaru, his loyal retainer. But in Assassin's Creed Shadows, it's Yasuke. So yeah, Ubisoft just decided to rewrite history so that Yasuke, who was actually a low-ranking servant, is now the most important person in Nobunaga's life, trusted with performing his seppuku. This is blatant historical revisionism, and it's so insultingly stupid that it's almost impressive. At this point, Ubisoft isn't even trying to make historically accurate games. It's become full-blown ideology simulator. Assassin's Creed Shadows is a complete disaster with its forced non-binary representation and blatant rewriting of Japanese history, and honestly, it deserves to flop. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Are you guys still interested in Assassin's Creed Shadows, or has Ubisoft finally lost you with this nonsense? As always, thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.